Hello, welcome to Restorative Yoga. And today we're going to focus on what restorative yoga's purpose is, which is stress reduction and relaxation. Another way you can say that today is maybe reducing a little bit of anxiety as we calm down the nervous system with this practice. So because this is restorative yoga, this is a more of a passive practice. So we're not actively stretching body parts here. We're just fostering the relaxation. So you want to make sure that you've got all of the props that you need to fully facilitate that. So behind me, I've got a bolster. If you don't have a bolster cushion, some firm pillows will work. I will also show you how to do a makeshift bolster with a couple blocks and folded blankets. And then I've got about 6 folded blankets here, plus a 7th one that I'm sitting on. We may not use all of these blankets. I just like to have everything that I might need because you want to be able to fill in spaces so you don't have to hold yourself up. The props do that for you. Okay, we will start with a pranayama practice. We'll end with a pranayama practice and guided relaxation. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, we'll start with a nice relaxing, centering breath. And from here, just kind of come into whatever seat feels good to you and see if you can ground down a little bit in that spot. And work is best done with a nice tall spine. So you want to find that. And then for a moment, just take some nice big inhales with an expansion of the rib cage. And some nice long exhales through the mouth or the nose. Good. We're going to take this into some alternate nostril breathing. Now, if you are pregnant or have a deviated septum, if you've got a head cold going on right now, I don't recommend doing alternate nostril breathing. I would like for you just to focus on the breath. But those of you that are okay to do it, I'm going to take my right hand and we're kind of making kind of almost like a hang 10 here. I kind of like to do the Star Trek, live long and prosper. So I've got my ring finger and my pinky finger here. I've got my ring or middle finger and pointer finger here. These won't be used unless you just want to. And then you've got the thumb. So some people like to take the middle and pointer finger right at the third eye and then kind of move back and forth. Again, you don't have to do that. It's just hard for me to kind of fold this down a little bit. So just kind of, do it the best way that you need to do it. And you're like, I can't do my fingers anything like that. Then just take your pointer and your thumb and just go back and forth with like that. No worries. So from here, good. Take a big exhale. Good. Now, your right thumb is going to close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close left. Open right. And exhale. Inhale right. Close right. Open left. Exhale. Inhale left. Close left. Open right. Exhale. Inhale. Close right. Open left. Exhale. Inhale left. Close left. Open right. Exhale. Inhale right. Close right. Open left. Exhale. Last round. Inhale left. Close left. Open right. Exhale. Inhale right. Close right. Open left. Exhale. And release the hand. Take a few normal breaths. Good. Fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, 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 and lengthen. Exhale, hands and heart center. Creating an intention here. So I am giving you, stress relief, anxiety reduction, calm, just general relaxation. But if you need something else, create that here. And then from here, let's just lift up for a moment, get a nice gentle side bend to the left. Moving through center, gentle side bend to the right. Moving center, lifting up, gentle rotation to the left. Rolling shoulders back. And then coming back up, moving through center, gentle rotation to the right. Rolling shoulders back and looking behind you. Good. And we'll come back to center. So let's take our first restorative pose here. This is a restorative child's pose, a restorative child's pose. So depending on how your knees feel today or what kind of surface that you're practicing on, you can always take a blanket here, and create a little bit of cushion for them, which is what I'm going to do with my blanket. Good. And then I'm going to take my bolster cushion. Now, let me go over something. If you don't have a bolster cushion and you want something about that height, if you will, then you're going to take 2 blocks and you're just going to kind of put them side by side, just like this right here. Okay. And then you're going to stack however many blankets that you need on top of those blocks to kind of simulate that bolster. Okay. Just like that. I do have a bolster, so I'm going to go back and use it. Different things for different people. So whether you're using the stacking on the blocks or a bolster, sometimes we're not always super open in the hips here, and we need to kind of build up a little bit. So don't be afraid to put another blanket on top of your bolster cushion if needed. I think this one blanket will do it for me. And I'm actually going to take another blanket here now that I'm thinking about it. Good. And I'm just going to kind of take that right across the top just so that my head and my face has something a little bit more gentle to rest on. Because halfway through, we're going to turn the head to the other side. So from here, good. We're going to try this one for about 3 minutes. Okay. Good. And I'm just coming up. Good. And you can have that bolster a little bit under the groin so that you're supported. Good. Just kind of come into it where you're comfortable, where you can kind of sink in. And then once you're ready, good, you can close your eyes here and just breathe. Good. Now at the time of this recording, we're in kind of the holiday season in December. Some people like myself thrive on that. Other people, not so much for different reasons. But even though I tend to thrive on it, sometimes I do feel a little run down. Especially this year, I've gone to more parties than I've ever done. So maybe say for yourself as you're trying to let go here, I am okay. I feel safe. I am okay. I feel safe. Those are things that are very important because if you don't feel okay, you don't feel safe, you can't relax. Whenever you're ready, start to turn that head to the other side. Taking in a big breath. If you'd like to use Ujjayi pranayama, that back of the throat constriction, you can bring that in here. And then from here, and gently, gently come up off of there. Good. We'll carefully come off of the bolster or the prop that you made. Good. So I'm already feeling a little bit of relaxation and a little bit of regulation. So hope that you are too. So this next one is a supported wide legged pose. Supported wide leg pose. And I brought this one in instead of another one I wanted to do because I wanted this to be also accessible to people that have osteoporosis and where flexion is not always a good thing to do. So I'm going to leave my bolster right where it is. So that prop that you just used, if you did a makeshift one, you can bring that a little bit closer to you or scoot that in a little bit. So because I don't really want to go into the flexion here, although you certainly can if that's what you want, then again, build up your props. Okay. So you can stack your blanket. You can also bring a bolster up a little higher to you if you want to put some blocks under there. So you're kind of a little bit more in a longer spine lean. And if you're someone that has tight hamstrings, I would like for you to keep a little bend in the knees and put a blanket or something under there. Again, you're filling in that space. So that's not something that you have to think about when you come into this pose. And even though I don't think I need it, I'm just going to bring a blanket under both of mine just to facilitate that relaxation. Because again, we're going to be here for about 3 minutes. And I'm just bringing another blanket here. So you can always kind of create a little bit of a pillow too. So here's kind of one way to fold it. You can fold it again, just like this. Just kind of, come in here and just kind of find the buildup where you need it for your needs. So if you need to keep a flat back, you're going to look a little bit different than someone who wants to go into a little bit of flexion here, which is what I'm going to do. So find that kind of where you need it. We'll be here for 3 minutes as well. Get my timer going here. Good. And on this one, I'm just going to take my hands right here. So you don't have to worry about changing the head from one side to the other. Again, big breath. I am safe. I feel okay. I am supported. I am supported. Try to take deep, expansive breaths, expanding that rib cage. You can bring in the ujjayi here if you so desire. It's always okay to bring in a counted breath, equal part in, equal part out. Shorter breath in, longer breath out. It's your practice, your time. I am okay. I am safe. I am supported. I choose support. And then from here, carefully, carefully, come up off of there. We never want to just snap out of a restorative pose. Okay. Just take a moment here. Notice how you feel. Yeah. So from here, we're going to set up for supported twisting on both sides, supported twisting. So start to kind of come out of this position. And I'm actually going to, so again, for your twisting, some of it depends on your torso length and how much you need to be built up. I think I can get away with a bolster and one blanket here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit all the way up against my bolster. Now, actually, I will give you one more option here. If you're someone who does not want to lie flat here for this twist, if you would rather do this more from an incline position, then you can take your blocks. Okay, so you've got kind of this incline here, your blocks are touching each other. That'll be more of a gentle incline. You want something a little bit higher. This is going to be your incline here. Okay, just kind of be mindful of that. And then the same thing will apply. You'll just be from a diagonal as you take that. So different ways that you can twist based on your needs. Okay, but I'm going to be right here, and I'm going to bring in another blanket, a little bit of head support. So from here, get them all the way in, taking a nice tall sit, zipping up. I'm going to twist, and then I'm going to fold in. Good. And I'm just going to come right here. Good. And your legs, if, having them bent doesn't feel good to you, have them a little bit longer. You can have one leg long, have a leg forward. You can have something between your legs, which actually might feel good to me today. I'm just going to put that right there. Good. It's going to find the comfort that you need. And let's go for 3 minutes. Settling in. I'm so glad I put that blanket between my legs. That feels so good. Big breaths. They won't be as large. You're in rotation. I am okay. I am safe. I am supported. I feel support. I am calm and at peace. I am calm and at peace. This is also a nice one. If you're in a chilly area, you can always put a blanket over top of you, making it a little bit more cozy. I am calm and at peace. Nice and here. Good. Carefully take a breath. Carefully come back up. Good. And we're going to repeat that to the other side, to the other side. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be right here. I'm just going to carefully take myself to the other side. My timer with me. Good. I'm going to grab this blanket. I'm going to put that between the legs. Good. Good. And then setting myself up here. So I'm nice and tall. I'm going to rotate towards my prop. And then I'm going to come down. Good. And just find that nice, comfortable position. Allowing myself to sink in. Deep breaths as you can. I am at peace and calm. I am at peace and calm. My body is relaxed. My body is relaxed. My mind is calm. Carefully, carefully. Let the breath come up out of there. Mhm. Had a little bit of an emotional release with that one. So if you're not sure what that means from a yogic perspective, when that happens, your face will have a tendency to tighten up, almost like you bit into a lemon. And sometimes tears release, sometimes they don't. So some people will say, well, sometimes I cry in yoga, and sometimes people do all out ball. But for most people, that's usually what that experience is. And it's just your body releasing something, no longer supporting it. We all have holding patterns. So from here, we're going to set up for Shavasana. We're going to have a long Shavasana here to foster that deep relaxation. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refold this blanket. Good. I'm going to use that as a neck pillow. So anytime you're using a blanket as a neck pillow, some people are tighter in the neck and shoulders than others. So it's okay if you need 2 blankets here. Doesn't just have to be one. And then I know I'm going to take a blanket over here and use as a prop for an arm. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. And then I know I'm going to have at least 1 blanket to cover up with. And then another blanket as a weight, because weight can be pretty grounding in restorative yoga. Good. And as we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. So this is deep relaxation. I will give you a guided relaxation and then guided pranayama to do here. I will tap my singing bowl, which sounds like this, as we come back. Some people fall asleep in this one, and that is okay. But I will show you how to get in here. So I want this bolster or a stack of blankets kind of be under the legs here, okay? Some people also like a little bit of weight down there too. That can be very grounding. So not a requirement, but just something you can do. I'm just going to leave that right there for right now. Good. And then you can come down here. So as I kind of build, actually, I might do better with a second blanket under here. Oh yes, that's much better. So then you've got yourself where you're situated there. I'm going to use a blanket as another grounding tool, different things for different people. Sometimes people like those just right over the hips. Other people like it longer ways, kind of like from the chest to the hips. So you just kind of figure out where it needs to be here. This is where I'm going to be here. And then I'm going to take my other blanket as a cover for a moment. But these, you just kind of put these where you need to be here, just for a nice little support. I feel a lot better when I've got a blanket under here than when I'm on the floor. But you do what you can with what you've got. So that's a nice supportive place to be. And then of course you've got blanket if you want that. Here. Well, that didn't go very well. You try that. Okay. So you can use your blanket however you need to cover up. If you want to cover up, you don't have to. Good. So I'm going to be here for a little bit. You all will stay where you are, and then I will actually come up for a moment to do the singing bowl and to keep track of time and different things. Otherwise, I'll end up falling asleep here myself. Good. So once you get into your space, kind of give yourself a nice little wiggle, kind of get about 10% more comfortable. And then I want you to start taking a couple deep breaths here. Nice expansive breath. And we'll go into this nice guided meditation. So as you take the deep breaths, relaxing through the toes, releasing through the feet, the right ankle, the left ankle, relaxing through the right calf, the left calf, the right shin, the left shin, Releasing through the back of the right knee, the front of the right knee, the back of the left knee, the front of the left knee, the back of the right thigh, the front of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, the front of the left thigh. Releasing through the groin and the pelvic area, the low back, the mid back, the belly, the right and left hand, relaxing through the chest, through the mid and upper back, the right forearm, the left forearm, right elbow, left elbow, the right upper arm, the left upper arm, the shoulders, the throat, back of the neck, the jaw, the lips, the tongue, the cheeks, the eyes, and the forehead. Take a big exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking some deep breaths as you start to come back to yourself. Choose more stillness or gently take head and neck from side to side. Choose stillness or invite movement of fingers and toes. And choosing stillness, or gently start to, if you had any blankets or anything on top of you, carefully begin to remove those and put them to the side. Choosing stillness, if you had bolsters or props under the legs, carefully bend the legs and move that prop or props to the side. And choosing stillness or in your own time, carefully roll over to your right or left side, the side that works best for you in this moment. You can take as long as you need here, but whenever you're ready, slowly, slowly start to make your way up to a seat where we began our practice. And I'll give you this final thought to ponder as we come out of this restorative practice. When I am feeling overwhelmed, I give myself permission to step away and breathe. When I am feeling overwhelmed, I give myself permission to step away and breathe. Big inhale, take the arms up overhead, touching palms in prayer to the heart. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted, no gain is ever reversed. May you be safe, may you stay well. Depending on the time you watch this, may you have a wonderful holiday season, a great rest of your day, evening, week, month, or season ahead. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.